Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna try to draw this particular reference photo, and at the same time, I'm gonna try to answer all your questions that you sent me on Instagram. Um, so if you don't know about this, yesterday I posted a story asking you guys to write any questions that you have in mind, and I'm gonna try to answer that in a video. So this is the video I was talking about. So before we get started, I'm gonna show you the tools I'll be using for this drawing. I'm gonna use this mechanical pencil. This is big mechanical pencil and it's 0.7 millimeters HB2. It's a nice pencil to sketch with, really nice. I've been using this for a while, and it's really great for sketches. And for the sketchbook, this is a Canson brand, and this is Canson XL mixed media. Has a really rough texture, as you can see, medium grain. I like this sketchbook a lot. It's nice for sketches. It's got a bunch of sketches, and of course my kneaded eraser. Perhaps if I want to go really dark, I will also use the 4B pencil and also a 2B pencil as well. So let's get started. I'll be starting with the Loomis method. Okay, so we start off with the circle as usual. Now let's go ahead and draw the brow line. So the brow line tells us about the tilt of the head horizontally, and the center line of the face, vertical tilt. Okay, so we have these two lines, the most important lines, of course, in the whole drawing. So now let's just draw the shape of the face, and as you can see, it's pretty rounded. So I'm gonna move this a little bit towards the top. Yeah, I feel like this is right. Okay, so the hairline is gonna be somewhere here. Let's draw the boundaries of the face. It's pretty round. So her face is actually tilted up, which means the jaw is going up as well. So I think I need to adjust this again. The bottom of the nose somewhere here. Yeah, I feel like I need to adjust the chin. So I'm trying to define the contours of the face before I actually start drawing the face. It's very important to get the overall shape right before you start adding the details or the secondary shapes. Yeah, I think this is much better. So let me erase this. Okay, so let's draw the neck here and this inner side of the neck. All right, we draw the shape of the jacket. As you can see, I'm using line instead of curves because it's easier for the brain to interpret the lines. It's easier than the curves. Okay, we're gonna drop one line for the ear. Feel like it sits somewhere here. And the other ear, we don't actually see it. And now I'm gonna go ahead and draw some overall shape of the hair. Just some quick lines. At this stage, it doesn't really look like the reference photo at all. It doesn't actually look like a head, but you have to trust the process. And any line you put down has to make sense at this stage for you, not for the viewer. For you, it has to make sense. You have to know why you are placing those lines. You can go as quick as you want at this stage, but you have to be conscious about your decisions. All right, I'm gonna open your questions and let's see. So the first says, hello, how are you? I'm your follower. What is your favorite hobby? Well, my favorite hobby, besides art, of course, is football. I like to play football a lot. So yeah, this is my hobby. I've been playing football since I was a kid. Never been a professional football player, but yeah, I like to play football. And yeah, thanks for following me. I appreciate. Another hobby is reading. I like to read. So the second says, how do you figure out the projections before drawing? I don't know what you mean by projections exactly, but let's assume you are talking about the proportions. So before I start drawing, honestly, I don't have anything in mind. I just look for a good reference photo and I try to draw it. But before I start drawing, I usually observe the general shapes. Of course, from general to specific, this is the number one rule that you should always take into consideration when you draw anything, is to start from the general to specific, just like the way you sculpt, like the way artists sculpt. They start from the general, the overall shapes, and then they break down the general shapes into secondary shapes until they reach the details. So this is how I do when I start drawing. So I don't know if I answered your question, but I hope it helped. So here I'm gonna change it and focus a little bit on the drawing. So this is much better. We have this line and this line. I need to bring the nose a little bit up again. I don't know, just feels off, just right here. So I'm gonna start with the nose. I'm gonna draw one straight line. As you can see, the tip of the nose is higher. Again, I'm gonna adjust it. Yeah, much better. Okay, so because she's looking up, we're gonna see more of the bottom of the nose because of that angle. And I'm gonna come right here and draw the eyebrows. So the eyebrows are gonna be placed on top of that brow line or brow ridge, and the eyes probably right here. The mouth, we have the top lip, the bottom lip, almost a half of that distance. Not a half, but I assume something like here. Okay, I'm gonna draw a straight line. All right, and let's come back here again. The keystone shape, the bridge of the nose, or just some 3D shape. Okay, her eyes are closed. So now I'm just trying to find the planes, the structure of the head. And to do that, I usually think about the planes of the face in the Asaro method. It's very important to memorize the planes of the Asaro method to be able to draw the structure of the face. Perhaps I'm gonna make another video on the Asaro method. As you can see here, I'm using a plumb line, which is straight lines that you can use to connect or to find the relationship between the features. I'm gonna place in some key points for the eyes, and then I'm gonna use the eyes to help me draw the mouth. So I feel like this one eye here, I feel like here, and maybe here, it's gonna be the placement for the mouth. And this is gonna be the ear. So another one says, can you make a video about how to make anatomy? Yes, I'm gonna make a video, inshallah, one day. I'm gonna talk about the basics of anatomy that you should learn in order to improve your art. I've been very busy, that's why I still haven't gotten the time to make these type of videos, because they have to be very informative and they take a lot of time to make. And someone says, what flavor of crayon are you? So the type of crayon that I'm using, as I said before, this is Faber-Castell. I like to use Faber-Castell a lot. And this type of mechanical pencil. So these are the main pencils that I usually use when I sketch. I think Faber-Castell is probably the best pencil brand ever. I like it a lot. You can find that on Amazon or any local art store. You can find it. It's very affordable. Another one says, how you draw so good. I don't know if my drawings are that good, but thanks for the compliment. It's all about practice and learn the basics. You don't necessarily have to get a mentor to be able to draw, to be good at drawing. Perhaps having a mentor can help you learn and improve faster than being a self-taught. But yeah, you can be good too. It takes time, but it's possible. Depends on how much effort you put in, which methods you use to learn how to draw. Another one says, how did you learn about facial features? I used many sources to learn how to draw, and I'm gonna show you one of the books that I studied to learn how to draw. So this book is Andrew Loomis' book, Drawing the Head and Hands by Andrew Loomis. And this book has everything that you need to learn in order to improve your drawing. Really helpful. The second source that I use is from the internet. I used to watch a lot of Procol videos about the proportions, the basics of portraiture, and also this Asaro head. Let me show you here. I download this Asaro head to learn about the planes of the face. This is very, very important. You don't necessarily need to have the actual Asaro head. The only thing you need is these pictures in your phone. And with a lot of practice, you're gonna improve your drawing. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly like the reference photo, although it looks like I'm trying to copy the reference photo exactly as it is. Just try to make your drawing look convincing. As long as you got the likeness, it's enough. So this is almost like a vertical line right here. It's almost like a straight line from the jaw to the chin. And the transition here is very subtle. And here we can see the bottom plane of the chin on the left hand side. Perhaps I need to make this one smaller. I need to bring it in. And then the planes, you can see the planes of the mouth, the top lip. We have this plane here, and this plane right here. These are the planes of the Asaro method that can help you a lot. Maybe I should draw the ear a little bit. I should make the other ear appear like this. Yeah, I think it adds up to the likeness. And we can see a little bit of the top side. All right, so let's come here. Maybe I should erase some of the guidelines. I don't need them anymore. So here we have the temporal plane, which is this line. If you take a skull, you're gonna see that there is that line or that curve on the side of the face. Have the front plane of the chin and the side plane of that cheek area. The side of the nose, the cheek area again. This area is very subtle. You have to pay attention to the subtlety. So I don't know if I'm gonna make this area as one, like this. Here, the same. What I usually do when I draw the mouth is I usually don't draw the sides. I just draw the bottom of the mouth, and that is enough to show the 3D. And for this one, I'm going to show or separate the front plane and the top plane of the mouth, because that shows clearly on the reference photo. The neck, there is one muscle coming like this, another muscle here. That's it. So let's focus on the hair a little bit. I should switch to my 2B pencil because I want to draw the shapes, the rhythm. And when I draw the rhythm, I like to use this type of grip. All right, so let's get started. So there is no one specific pattern for the hair. And the aim is not to draw the hair exactly as it is. Just look for the overall shapes and use your own intuition. I don't know what's going on here. And this is the remaining part of the hair. The other side. So there is some strands separating from the rest of the hair. All right, let's add some more lines. So when you shade, try to follow the direction of the planes. For example, here, the eyebrows, the eyelashes, they are going to this direction, so you shade towards this direction, and here as well. You do the same thing here, you shade following the same direction as the eyelashes, and you shade the lower eyelid as well. So the nose is usually dark, the area around the nose, because of the blood flow. As you can see, it's usually red, so you draw that with dark values. The cheeks also, they are usually reddish. As you notice, I'm not smudging, I'm not using any blending technique right now. The reason why I'm not doing that is because it takes too much time to smudge, to blend, and I don't want to do that right now. Okay, so I'm gonna answer the questions. I think there is only a few questions remaining. Okay, so how long did you draw? About 4 to 5 years, I think. I don't remember exactly, but I started being serious on my art around 2019, I think, if I remember correctly. But I liked drawing since I was young. When I was at high school, I used to draw. um, I was terrible, and I didn't draw that much, maybe once in a while, but I started being serious around 2019, so 5 to 6 years of experience. The next says, how did you do this? Well, it's not easy, to be honest, even though you would say I make it look easy, but it isn't. I practice a lot. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I get the likeness from the start. So it depends. It depends on many things. For those who did not have any opportunity to ask questions, write down in the comment below. I'm gonna read all your comments and answer them to the best of my ability. I follow the direction of the planes. The same thing here. I follow the direction of the plane. This area, it's tricky. You have to be careful. Maybe I should smudge it a little bit. I like to use my fingers when I blend. I'm so sorry if I've been quiet. I just find it hard to draw and talk at the same time. So we're gonna put this in the shadows so that we can focus on the face. Okay, and then the hair. I don't know if I should shade the hair, but let's see. I'm gonna go quick. Okay, I think that is enough for the hair. Maybe I should add some highlights. Some strands of hair coming out. So let me add some details on the eyebrows. The eyelashes tend to be wider on the side. They get progressively thinner as they come closer to the inside of the tear ducts. I'm gonna add some details here and here. I don't know, I feel like her nose is slightly off. I don't know, sometimes I find it really hard to draw noses. All right, I think I'm gonna stop here. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate. Thanks so much for your subscribe. 20,000 subscribers so far. Thanks so much for all the support. Special thanks to all my Patreons. I'm very grateful for having you. If you want to be part of my Patreon, check me out, link in the description. I upload weekly demos and I give you more details about how I draw the portraits. Check me out there. You're gonna learn a lot of things. Thanks so much. See you in the next video.